What's up guys, it's Superraedizzle here, and today I'm super excited because I've made a list of things that'll make you, watching this, yes you, a better artist instantly. Yes, you heard that right, instantly. So, I don't want to ramble on, so without further ado, let's just start the video. Alright, so tip number 1 is to use sources.
Using sources will not only make your artwork look a lot better, but it will also make the drawing process a lot shorter. It's so much easier to see an actual arm and copy it onto a piece of paper than it ever would be to just kind of guess. And it'll also make it look more realistic and less awkward. I like to use figure drawing and just Google pictures of models, Google pictures of whatever I'm drawing, and just use that as a reference. Don't be afraid to use references. Don't be afraid to use available sources, especially if you're on the internet. You have so much material.
Number 2 is to get a toned paper for your artwork.
So yeah, let me show you guys why toned paper is badass. So let me find a little picture real quick. Okay, so here's one. Notice that the white I had to add on, and it's not like a white paper where I'd leave it alone. I add the white, so I get to choose where I want to add my lights and darks. So I'll speed up a video and show you guys a little comparison right now. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the white piece of paper and the toned piece of paper. And you'll notice that the white piece of paper takes a lot longer than the toned piece of paper because I have to basically build up all the mid-tone, which is pretty much every single thing except for the darks and the highlights. While on the toned piece of paper, all I'm adding is just like the whites, a little bit of like mid-tone, and then the blacks. So I finished that much quicker, and in my opinion, it looks much more realistic. So here's like a side by side on the tone side. You can see the highlight and the low light.
Alright, so tip number 3 is to use better supplies.
Having better art supplies will make a world of a difference. Trust. Your art deserves to have better supplies. What's the point of spending hours and hours on a piece when it's not at its full potential? So, right now I'm doing the comparisons and you'll be able to see just how different it is. Like, for example, that white drawing paper holds so much better. And I'm not saying you have to spend $1 million, but if you can spend an extra 10, I definitely recommend. So if you couldn't tell, here's a side by side low light image, and I'm using low light because the cheaper paper had a lot of reflection coming off it. But one of the biggest differences is opacity. As you can see, the more expensive paper has a lot more pigment to it, and the other side not so much. Also to note that the cheaper paper also bubbled up, and that's no bueno. Now I'm going to demonstrate the difference between a lower cheap colored pencil, these are just like some cheap ones that I got at Hobby Lobby, versus Prismacolor, which is like the bougie high-end, line of colored pencils. So I'm going to be doing two colors. The top one will be the more expensive one, and the bottom one will actually be the cheaper one. So right off the bat, you'll notice that the cheaper colored pencil is a lot more scratchy, and it doesn't have that deep pigment like the Prismacolor does. Please note that I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about like their financial situations, because Lord knows that I can barely afford Prismacolor because they are very expensive. But they do work really well. You do get what you pay for.
So step number 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Step number 4 is to use tools designed to help you create the artwork.
All right, so here's just some examples of tools that I use to help me draw better. So, like blending tools, charcoal, rulers, compasses. There's a colored pencil blending tool right there. Good erasers, eraser pencils, and just whatever you can find. So right now, I'm just gonna like show a couple of examples of me using some of said art supplies. And for some reason, I had like the hardest time using that cheap ass compass. Like, look at that. Look at that. But yeah, if you don't fail at life like I do, then using a compass is an amazing way to create a perfect circle. Same with rulers and creating perfect lines. It just makes everything so much easier. So before we move on to the next step, just want to show you guys briefly, real quick, a colored pencil that is actually a blender. So it blends colored pencils and it just basically adds opacity and just makes everything look smooth and less chalky.
And for my last tip, if none of these have worked out for you, my last tip is to go out and find somebody who is worse than art than you. So we're gonna go find someone right now, and we're gonna go make ourselves feel better.
Basically, I just asked somebody to draw with me, and this person is a little drawing declined. Their words, not mine. 2 hours later. And yeah, these are the finished drawings.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Please don't do that last one. You look like an asshole. Anyway, that's all the tips I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and thank you for all your awesome support. I love every single one of you. You guys are just absolutely amazing. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, or if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and plus, I want to know, are you a lefty or a righty? I sound like a super generic YouTuber, like, hit that like button, hit that comments. Anyway guys, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next video.
Actually, guys, I do have one last tip, and that is to take your time. I felt like this one was kind of obvious and didn't belong with the other ones, but one of these images took 1 hour and the other one took like 10-15 minutes without a source. So that's just something that you can do right now. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching my video. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting to bloopers, and I'll see you next time.
Go ahead and write right. But yeah, so if you're left-handed, right, left. Wait, damn it, I'm confusing myself. Alright. Testing, testing, bright ass light, number 2. Testing, testing, bright ass light, number 2. Man, this light is like seriously killing me. I hope that my camera's still on. Alright, so let's get this party started. I feel like this light is like hurting my face. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.